Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is actually my last full week of school. My boys both are done with school, so they are officially in summer mode. And I am getting ready to head out in a little bit. Obviously, I need to make myself look a little bit better. But I wanted to just kind of bring you guys along an entire day. And I'm going to be answering some questions that are part of the summer teacher tag. I'm joining in with a bunch of other teacher YouTubers on answering the same questions. I'm going to leave links to all of their videos down in the description box so that you guys can go and check them out. But I'm just going to start with question number 1 while I make some coffee. So question number 1 says, where and what do you teach? I feel like this is a complicated question for me. So I am in central Pennsylvania and I teach 5th grade this year. Now, normally I'm a multi-age teacher, so we have something called a MAC team at my school, which consists of like 3 teachers who have a combination of 4th, 5th, and 6th grade learners in their homerooms, and then we kind of mix and mingle our kids. And we keep these kids for all 3 years. But this year, because of all of the restrictions, we ended up just teaching a single grade level. So I only taught 5th grade this year, but next year we're looking to hopefully go back to our normal multi-age team. Now let's make some coffee. Oh, now you're really tall. These are my favorite glasses. I got them from Williams-Sonoma. They're clear. Okay, let me get this started. Copy. So I add a little scoop of collagen, which is what's been helping my hair and my nails grow, to be honest, because they didn't typically grow in the past. And I think it's worked out great, but I've also been using it for like 6 months. So let's do another question as I mix up my coffee here. I add a lot of creamer, don't judge me. Okay, so question number 2 says, how much of your year was fully remote versus hybrid versus fully in person? So my district voted to go back completely in person at the very beginning of the year. We were delayed a week to allow teachers to be able to prepare for this, and we went back full in person. And we did give parents an option if they wanted to be remote. So we probably had, I want to say there was about 6 teachers who were remote teachers. Like their jobs were just remote jobs. So some of them were in the building, some of them were not, but they taught fully remote kiddos during the day. And then everybody else had kids in their classrooms. So class sizes were just a little bit smaller, but as the year went on, the class sizes got bigger. I think I had 20 kids, ended up around, like, I always fluctuated within like the 22 mark, with other kids that would kind of pull into my class. And so other teachers were fluctuating with like 23 to 25. It just kind of depended. But I was fully in person. There have been a few occasions, and it's very few occasions. I want to say there were probably 2 or 3 occasions during the year where we had to, as an entire building, go remote because of COVID, because of the COVID cases. And so they decided to send us remote for about 3 to 4 days as they cleaned the building and, got our count back down to 0. And then of course we had like pretty epic snow this year. So we had a lot of snow days, and those snow days ended up being remote days. So all in all, we were full in person. We had a few occasions where we were remote, but not a ton. And I think it actually worked out really, really well. I was very happy with the fact that we went back full in person. I wasn't in the beginning. Michelle and I have a podcast about this where we do an end of the year reflection. It should be out by the time that you guys, oh, actually, no, it's coming out, I think, in the very beginning of June. But it's going to be coming out very soon. But Michelle and I have a podcast where we just reflect on the entire year. And in the beginning, I wasn't very happy about it. I was very nervous about it. And I think it's just the unknown and the differences and not really knowing what to expect. And now that I've experienced the year, I'm like, I got this. It's fine. It worked out really well. I enjoyed being with my kids. So it was perfect. And I'm very happy with the end results for us. Okay, I'm gonna go and start getting ready and drink my cup of coffee. So I'm gonna bring you guys up into my office. Welcome to my office. So the third question reads, what do you plan on doing the first weekend of summer when you're out of school? I didn't read that word for word, so it's probably not identical to what other people are saying. So my last day is a little bit weird. We have students until the 4th of June, which is a Friday. It's a half day for us, for the kids. And then teachers get to, pack up their rooms, turn in everything that we need to turn in. But we have to return on Monday. So we have one more teacher in service day before it's officially our summer. And to be honest, we have I don't want to tell you guys the exact date, but we have a couple of trips in June that we're going to be taking with family. So we're going to be going to the Poconos, which I've never been to the Poconos, and neither has my husband either. And I think it's about 3 or 4 hours from here. So we're going to be going to the Poconos for a few nights. We also have plans on going to Ocean City, and I want to say it's Ocean City, Maryland, that we're going to go to for a few nights in June. And these are all kind of thrown about. But that first weekend, June 5th, I will be doing Facebook Lives and doing some giveaways because I am opening doors to my membership, which is the Bridging Literacy community that's on my website. And in this membership, I'm going to be unpacking Anchor standards all summer long and releasing some new PD class, professional development recordings that I'm going to be doing live for them. And then I'm also going to be doing some Q&As. So as soon as my doors close, which is on June 4th at 11:59 p.m., I will be welcoming all of the new members to the community on Saturday. So that's going to be kind of the first thing that I do. The next thing I do is probably clean up my house. I don't know about you guys, but towards this time of the year, it's identical to the beginning of the year. My house gets really dirty. I never ever cook. And I sleep a lot. So I'm most likely going to clean my house. I will probably cook for the first time in a while. And that's really about it. I'm going to do some lives and welcoming some members in, so I'll be working a little bit there. But I have vacations planned. Don't you worry. All done. So I figured I would answer one more question before I get ready to head out to school. Number 4 says, how does your summer routine differ from your school year morning routine? I think the obvious is that I don't have to go to school. But I am a pretty early person in the morning. I like to wake up early because I like to wake up before everybody else is up and just have a little bit of me time. I like to ease into the morning versus feeling like I'm being rushed in the mornings. So even now, I wake up, I just kind of relax. I will listen to a couple of podcasts, watch a couple of videos, and I will then have my cup of coffee, and I will just enjoy me time. I think the biggest thing is that normally when I get ready, which I am going to attempt to try to get ready during the summer, but not so much to the extent that I get ready to go to school. You know what I mean? But I will probably enjoy my cup of coffee out on our porch in the mornings because it is nice and crisp and cool, and I like to kind of see the morning start. It's beautiful. But other than that, my morning routine doesn't really differ too much. I try to keep with a consistency because I do still do things over the summer and I work and I have kids, and so I want to still be getting up early, getting ready, starting the day. So yeah, that's kind of my morning routine is not very fancy. I will say one of the things that I probably will do is maybe a little bit of Animal Crossing here and there. Not every day. I am still addicted to it. But I've gotten much better about being able to control myself from, quarantine time. But I am still loving me some Animal Crossing. But it's all about easing into the morning. That's all it is. So I am going to go ahead and start getting ready now, and I will see you guys at school. You know, guys, I still can't believe that it's already Wednesday. And it's the last full week of school. Hold on one second. I've got to go fix the sound with the air. Give me a minute. That's better. I have like all the sounds in this room between like having sounds of like the busiest road in this little town right here. And then I've got the AC vent, which is like huge and long. And then in the back, I have a dehumidifier. Good Lord, it's like constant noise. I guess some people like that, but when you're trying to record a video, it's no bueno. Like I was saying, I cannot believe that it's the last full week of school. So next week, I mean, we have a 3-day weekend because of Memorial Day. And then I only have 3.5 days because Friday's going to be a half day with my kids. It's just crazy to think that it's come so fast. I feel like this has happened really fast. And I also don't really feel like it's the end of the year because normally, I feel like behaviors are way higher than what they are right now. Not to say like my kids are not antsy. Like they're antsy. Like I can see the behaviors. But I feel like we have like field trips, field days, just things that kind of signal, hey, it's the end of the year. And this year we just don't really have that. So I feel as though I don't really feel like it's the end of the year just yet, which is weird and crazy. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee in a minute, but let's go ahead. I shoved my phone in my lunchbox. Let's go ahead and answer another question. So let's see. We did the morning routine. Let's see. Number 5 says, what's on your read list? It's interesting because I don't really have like a true read list. And I don't really tell myself, you need to read all of these books over the summer because it's like the only chance I get to read over the summer. I don't do that. I don't put that pressure onto myself. Now listen, I do love me some good audiobooks. So currently, we just downloaded a new audiobook that I will be listening to, and obviously it's going to take me just a little bit to get it finished. So I normally will read these on my walk, but here's what it's called. Northern Spy. Ooh, I don't want to play it. I just want to, I just want you to tell me about it. Ooh, okay, here we go. Finally found it. So A Northern Spy is a double life returns with her most riveting novel to date, the story of two sisters who become entangled with the IRA. A producer at the BBC and mother to a new baby, Tessa is at work in Belfast one day when the news of another raid comes on the air. The IRA may have gone underground in 2 decades since the Good Friday Agreement, but they never really went away. And lately, bomb threats, security checkpoints, and helicopters floating ominously over the city have become features of everyday life. As the news reporter requests the public's help in locating those responsible for the robbery, security footage reveals Tessa's sister, Marion, pulling a black ski mask over her face. The police believe Marion has joined the IRA, but Tessa is convinced that she must have been abducted or coerced. The sisters have always opposed the violence and enacted in the name of uniting Ireland. And besides, Marion is vacationing at the northern coast. Tessa just spoke to her yesterday. So I am currently doing that one. That one is pretty much on my listen to list. Let's see what I put on my wish list, because I did put some things in my wish list here. I will say I'm not a huge person to be like, yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of books and like sit down and read, because I feel like I work all summer and then I have kids and it becomes a challenge. So I will listen to stories. So I have Where the Crawdad Sings. I have Andy Weir's Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. And The Last Thing He Told Me is also on there. I also wanted to listen to Big Magic for Creative Living. Atomic Habits is another one that I wanted to listen to. And I think that's all I have on my wish list right now. So I have those, and then I have a couple of books that I'm reading like for professional development, which are like literacy focused books that are on my Kindle, but I don't have my Kindle here with me. So, but yeah, I don't really put that pressure on myself. Do you guys do that? Do you tell yourself like, I really have to get some reading done because this is the only time I get to read? I don't know. I try not to do that to myself. I don't want to put pressure over to do things over the summer. It's not my jam. I'm gonna now go make some coffee, and then I'm gonna turn my lights on in my room, and then I will answer another question in a bit. Okay, second cup of coffee in hand, and now I need to write my morning message. But at the same time, let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna try to answer another question. So the next question says, what's on your watch list? You guys are gonna think I'm so absolutely, that I'm the lamest person ever. I don't really have things on my watch list either. I'm not someone who's like, I really need to watch all these series, or I want to watch a series. I don't like doing that. I don't like having the time commitment to be like, yeah, I need to watch like all these shows because I didn't get to. And I don't really like to watch a ton of TV, to be honest. Now, my husband, Trent, will definitely watch series and shows because he stays up super late, and I don't do that. And so I'm sorry, I'm lame. I don't have anything on my watch list. And it's mainly just because I don't really watch a ton of TV. I'd rather be outside or be doing things with my kids. I'd rather be listening to a book and cleaning or working or doing something else. And I just don't really have that desire, that need to be like, yeah, I just want to like sit down and just binge watch something. It's not the thing that's like on my list. Now, I'm even extra lame because I do have like a list of movies that I will rewatch over and over and over and over again. And I will like sit down in our new bed that like sits up and has the feet that sits up. It's great. But I will sit in that bed and I will put those movies on like over and over again, and I will watch that. I will put on like the ID channel or the travel channel, and I will like watch those things, but I don't necessarily watch like series. I know, I'm sorry guys, I'm really lame. I watch the same things over and over again. I'm a creature of habit, what can I say? And I'm boring. I'm sorry. So that was a lame question for me because I'm not interesting. I don't have anything on my watch list. So let me answer another one. What have you been putting off for months that you hope to do during the summer? Ooh, okay. Let me start to get my Google Slides fixed because apparently my thing is not connected to the internet here. Staff. Do your laptops just stop connecting to the internet randomly? Mine does too. So morning message. Why it says it's a spreadsheet? I don't know. Google. It's not a spreadsheet. So what are some things that I've been putting off? I think the biggest thing is going to be housework. I don't typically like try to organize anything in my house or do any of like the house projects. So we bought our house, I think this is going on to 5 years now, 5 years ago, and we've slowly been renovating and doing little pieces because it's a 1949 home. I mean, it's not super old, but it is older, and it's just needed to be redone. So I think we've gotten to the point where we've almost finished our kitchen. We need to repaint the cabinets. I would really like to spruce up the bathroom. And then we have a pantry that we need to finish getting done. So with the pantry, it's like in this weird little spot in my house. And it basically just, we're gonna put in new shelving, we're gonna repaint everything because it's still like a lime greeny green color that was still there from the old tenants, people who like lived there. And so we're gonna redo that. We're gonna put a nice little cabinet in there so that we can put our microwave on the inside of like our pantry because we don't typically keep a ton of like pantry processed foods. We just don't eat a ton of that. So we need to redo that, and then I really want to finish getting my basement cleared out. So those are going to be kind of my ideal things for what I want to do over the summer. We just finished putting in mulch the other day, which looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. And then I always do some gardening. So we do planting. And over the summer, I really like to head over to my mother-in-law's. She has like a little pottery place, and I like to do pottery with the kids and, you know, just trying to be more creative and do those types of activities that I normally don't get to do because pottery does take a long time. You have to come back over and over and over again to do each of the processes for it, but I really enjoy it. So pottery, weaving, I've really gotten into, which I want to continue working on over the summer and doing some maybe like bigger pieces that could be like big statement pieces in the house would be really cool. But lots of home projects. I swear, guys, like I have like a list of things that I want to do. Yes, I want to do a bathroom. We want to put a second bathroom in there. I told you about the pantry. We also have this little spot upstairs that we can make into a linen closet, and I've been like hounding Trent to let me try to make that into a linen closet. Like all we got to do is just like cut out a little spot and then just like put a door and then like close it in on the other side, and we can make it a really nice like linen closet to put all of the bed sheets and stuff for everybody upstairs. Would be nice. So those are the kind of projects that I feel like I always try to do, but I put so much on my plate that it's like, am I gonna get to it all? Probably not. We're gonna pick like one or two, maybe two if we're lucky, and see if we can get her done. So yeah, I think organization, home projects, spending time doing more like arts and crafts stuff. It's just that to me, that's like an ideal summer. So I'm currently seated on a stool. Got my morning message up. Went and made a couple of copies because we're taking our final assessment for the year. Hallelujah. The kids are going to be so excited. I feel like we got done with PSSAs and then it was like, hey, we got to do the SRI. We got to do the SRA. Now we have to do a writing assessment. Then we had a math assessment. It was like, oh my gosh, these kids are so sick and tired of taking tests. Poor babies. But I have to tell you guys, like I'm seated down here and it's like I have such a mess. I have definitely gotten lazier this last like month as far as like keeping up with just stuff. Much lazier. So I'm gonna end up cleaning some of these items up because we have somebody visiting our school, so I need to make sure that this looks good. But I figured before I kind of leave you guys, and I'm going to answer just one more question, but keep in mind, I don't have this classroom to myself at any point during the day, so you will not see me after this until the very end of the day, where I will probably answer one more question and then head home after that. So let's do another question. So the question number 8 says, do you have a summer job or side hustle? So I do have another job, but my other job is basically what I do here on YouTube. I am the CEO, business owner of the Lettered Classroom, which is part of Bridging Literacy Method. And so I have a membership that I have for teachers who are wanting to get like just be in a community that allows them to become better literacy teachers, especially for upper elementary. So if you're a 4th through 6th grade teacher, this community is all about really unpacking your Anchor standards so that you can become a master of your content. If we do not understand our standards, it's really hard to learn how to integrate and understand, okay, well, what is it that I'm supposed to be teaching? So I go through and I will unpack all of the Anchor standards, give you activities, mentor text, learning targets that you can break your lessons down with. We're going to be doing some professional development, some Q&As this summer. I'm going to go through about lesson planning and how to lesson plan in a way that you look at it for a long term versus looking at it like week to week. I don't plan week to week. In fact, I plan several months in advance, and then I'm pretty much good to go. Once I have that plan, I can make changes here and there and tweak things based off of what I'm observing with my students, but I don't plan week to week because that's stressful. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this membership that I have is going to be my baby over the summer, and it's going to be where I spend a lot of time. So I'm going to spend a lot of my time creating those videos and just working with teachers in that membership. It is open as you guys are watching this. I said that already earlier, until June 4th at 11:59. So you can get into the membership now, and then it's going to be closed after that for a little bit. That allows me to just get to know everybody in the membership so that I can really serve each and every single one of those teachers to the best of my abilities. And then, fun fact, I'm writing another book. So I will be writing another book this summer, and that's going to be my focus. This one is literacy focused, which I'm very excited about. In fact, it is bridging literacy focused. So I will be writing another book this summer, and then I'm finishing grad class. So I'm happy to announce that I'm finally going to be done with grad school. It's taken me a long time, but to be fair, I was trying to go back to school and working full time in person, and I was writing a book as well. So like, it's fine, right? That I took a little bit longer than what I wanted. It's fine. It's fine. Made it just in time for it to storm. I feel like I was just telling someone, can't remember if it was on here or somebody else, that I was really waiting for a really good storm. There's no thunder. I need a thunderstorm, but it is really good that we are getting rain because it's been a while. So I just got home. I'm kind of waiting because I'm supposed to be going with my mother-in-law to a plant place to get vegetables for my garden that I'm going to do in the back. I always plant vegetables over the summer. And she hasn't come yet. So maybe she'll be here in just a little bit. And while I wait, I figured I could answer another question. So where did we live off? Guys, I feel like I was rushing to get home. Okay, so the next question is number 9, and it says, what is your ideal self-care summer day? So it's interesting because for me, I don't really think of it as self-care. I just think of it like as my ideal day. And what it does is it does rejuvenate me. So it brings energy back into me versus wanting to take energy away, right? We have things that take our energies away. You know, when we work, it takes energy away. So doing activities outside, like during the summer, that put energy back into me are really important. So for me, I would think just going to my in-laws' farm and just kind of hanging out there, spending time outside, barbecuing, playing games like out in the grass, going to like a friend's pool, or just doing pottery, like anything that's like a creative sort of outlet, or spending time with my family, I personally really, really enjoy. So those are just like my ideal type of days. If I can just spend my entire time like on the porch, doing pottery, doing crafts, hanging out with family, eating like the best like grilled summer foods, it would be completely ideal. So I don't know if that counts as self-care. For some reason, whenever I think of like self-care, I think of just pampering myself. I guess that to me, that is pampering myself because it's something that I really enjoy and I love. If I could put my fingers in dirt and like garden, like that is just like the ideal type of summer day. Did you hear the thunder? Oh, best sound. I love me a good thunderstorm. Love it. So I have 3 more questions. I'm gonna figure out where my mother-in-law is. Hopefully, if we're able to go to the plant place, I can show you guys what I'm gonna be planting this summer. And I'm gonna go downstairs and spend a little bit of time with my boys. It was a good day today. Very busy day, but a good day. Can't believe it. 5.5 days. After tomorrow, it's gonna be 4.5 days. It's already starting to stop raining. Ugh, I got one thunder. One thunder. That's all I got. All right, I'm gonna figure out where my mother-in-law is and then hopefully I can show you guys what I get in a little bit. We got plants. It is kind of humid outside, but it's where I have really good lighting and it's just really pretty even though it's humid at the moment. So I'm gonna answer my last 3 questions. I'm gonna do 1 question now. I'm gonna show you the plants and then I'll end it with my last 2. So question number 10 says, what is your favorite thing to do outside? I feel like I've probably said this a million times already in this video. I like to just sit. I like to read. I like to play games. I like to garden. I like to just relax in the sun and hang out with my boys. That's pretty much it. Like, I really enjoy being just outdoors. Now, if it's super hot, you're gonna find me like under a shaded area, either a tree or like a porch with maybe even a fan, but I do really enjoy gardening. It has been something that I've been very interested in over the past like several years. I think it's been about 4 years now that I've been really into it. And so I will garden and spend time just making my flowers and my vegetables look good. So, okay, with that note, let's look at some of my plants. Oh, look at all these beautiful plants, guys. So I ended up getting some zucchini. Oops. So we got zucchini. These are huge plants, huge plants. So these 2 zucchinis will end up going in a bed all by themselves, just because they are so unbelievably big. So I got 2 of those. I ended up getting some basil. Now I'm not very good at basil, to be honest, but my mother-in-law said that the boxwood basil, even though the leaves are smaller, they tend to grow better and stay alive for her. So I'm gonna try boxwood, but I did also get 2 of these, and I'm going to try to put them on my windowsill in my kitchen. So I'm gonna keep these indoors. I also ended up getting some parsley because it just makes everything look pretty. Cilantro because I love cilantro. Let's see. I also got some jalapenos because who doesn't love jalapenos? So I think I got 2 of those, or maybe I got 3. I also got some sweet bell peppers because the boys really like to eat these fresh. So we cut them out and we just eat them. And then sweet bell peppers. I think this is basil. I did get 3 jalapeno plants. I also got 2 different types of tomato. So I like to use Roma tomato for my salsa. Love, love, love Roma tomato for my salsa. And then I ended up getting some Early Girl tomato. These are very hardy, they grow a lot, so very excited about that. I have some pots that I'm gonna put these in, so that's gonna be that. Also got some leafy green lettuce so that we can cut it and put it onto plants, but the most exciting thing that I got was this. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. These are called lysanthias flowers. They kind of look like roses. I am so excited about these flowers. My mother-in-law got them in so many beautiful colors, and she got so many like cutting flowers, but I'm very excited about these. So I'm hoping that these are going to be beautiful to cut and then put them onto the table so we can have fresh flowers. So yeah, that's my little garden haul, a vegetable haul here. and we're gonna end up getting these planted this weekend. Okay, so now let's do the last two questions. And question number 11 is going to be, what is your favorite thing to do inside? To be honest, if I'm inside, I'm either working or cleaning. I'm really hard. I don't sit down very easily when I'm inside. If I do sit down, it's because I'm super tired and I'm pretty much ready to go to bed. So I will either be cleaning or I will be working, like on my other job that I have other than just teaching. So what I do online. But if I'm saying like fun thing that I'd like to do when I'm inside, probably playing board games or Animal Crossing. That's probably gonna be it. It sounds super lame, but that's about where my life is. I don't know how much more interesting. I'm not very interesting. I'm just not. Okay, let's do the last question. What professional development do you want to do, if any? You know, I think for me, the professional development that I get is going to be the collaboration that I do with teachers online. So the collaboration that I have with the teachers in my Bridging Literacy community is really important to me. I think there is so much to be said when you put teachers who are truly passionate and excited and to want to grow together. When you put those teachers together, amazing things are going to happen. So I love to collaborate with them, and I will do that all summer long. And I think if I was to say like other professional development, I don't typically do a ton of conferences. That doesn't happen very often. But I like to read things. So I will read things. I will watch people's either webinars or professional development that they do online that is free. I will do things like that if it seems to spark my interest. Now, with this all being said, I'm also in grad school right now. So I think another big piece of professional development is me getting my master's degree, because I am learning so much when it comes to the classes that I'm taking. I'm focusing a lot of my classes on personalized learning, competency-based education, and so for me, that's helping me to continue to grow as a teacher. So I'm not going to do conferences, but I think we can all count my Bridging Literacy community as something, and then also count my grad school as like my professional development, right? I think that works. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed just kind of following along with me as I've been going through my day. I am now going to go and change, get something to eat, and just hang out with my family at this point. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe, and also be sure to check out the description box down below so that you guys can see all of the other amazing YouTubers that are out there that are answering the exact same questions that I'm answering. So I will leave links to all of their videos down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you all next week. Bye. Here, come here. Walter, sit. Oh my goodness. You've gotten so big. Say hello. Say hello. Look how cute you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a pretty boy.